This patio's a mess, and its owner is determined to make a concrete improvement.
And there's Gretchen with rubber boots, with a rake, saying, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right?
She's earning her keep.
Homeowners love a good, straightforward, practical approach to home improvement.
Not every home needs a total overhaul.
That's why we focus on small projects that'll make a big difference.
Oh my
Gosh, yes!
Chelsea always has some great ideas for homeowners.
And Dad's practical knowledge with his fun-loving attitude is why we've been around for so long.
The most realistic, most current home improvement information you're going to find anywhere. Pretty slick, huh?
Families that improve their homes together stay together.
This mid-century house belongs to Gretchen Bailey, and although she lives alone, the house is always full of friends and family.
How many times have I done it? Perfectly fine.
I saw the house was for sale and was actually an auction. That was on a Thursday, looked at it on Saturday. On Tuesday, I bid in the auction and won the house. Had no idea what I was doing. It was in really bad shape. Every house I've ever bought needed some definite updating, but this house had, ceilings falling in, fascia boards and soffits that were just sagging, and there was some pretty bad stuff going on, cabinets hanging and dead critter or two. It was in pretty bad shape. I was super nervous and thought either made the best decision of my life or I've made the worst decision. It just started working. And it's like, it just kind of falls into place. You find a floor that you like, and then it just kind of morphs into the next room and you want it to all kind of match. And then one day you look back and you're like, holy cow, this just all came together. It took 6 months, but it happened. That's the inside anyway, not necessarily the outside. That's a whole different story. The patio is horrible. I didn't even know it was there until I started raking. 55 big old black garbage bags later, I found a patio, and it's just, it's in bad shape. It's very rickety, broken rocks. It's a good sized yard, but it's nothing inviting about it. There's zero wow about the backyard. I like a whole lot of wow in my life.
Hello there, how are you, Gretchen?
Hey.
We're in so many subdivisions that have these little bitty backyards.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool to see a sizable backyard, but I also see a few trip hazards and things that could end up with some pretty bad twisted ankles.
Yeah, this patio is number one.
Oh, yeah. So I remember us talking about this over the phone, and
Yes.
you mentioned hopefully trying to save a little bit of it, but after looking at the pictures, and I know you guys cleaned it really well for us.
Tried. Yes, sir.
I don't believe it's
I'm not-
salvageable.
I'm not sure it's worth it.
It's got a little too much character.
The pavers are so disintegrated that you really can't power wash it. You can try, but when you do, there's so much mud around them that it just turns into this big muddy mess.
Tell me again about what you're trying to achieve here with the space.
Well, I want a place that is comfortable for everybody to hang out. There's 6 kids in my family, and then I have 3 kids. And, we come out here and play volleyball and do Thanksgiving. We did Thanksgiving here last year. We'll do it again. So hanging out, I drink coffee out there in the mornings. I have 2 dogs. I go out there and throw the ball with them. I'd love to be able to hang out there more. It'd be more inviting to other people to hang out in the backyard.
People here in Mobile love their outdoor living space because you can get so much use out of it.
Yeah, almost, 9-10 months of the year
That's right,
we can
absolutely.
be outside.
That's right. You know what I'm actually thinking on this,
with the concrete being right here, going back with concrete.
Yeah, I think here, expanding the concrete on out, I think that'll actually make it feel a lot larger because you have all of this valuable space right here. If we maybe reconfigured the tables and a few things like that, what do you think about that?
That would be awesome. That would be amazing. It would be nice if I could have some covered areas, so if I did want to cook or sit outside, it'd be nice to be able to sit outside.
What about this fence? Does it serve a purpose? Is it decorative?
I have, a couple of little French bulldogs, and I was trying to figure out how to keep them in, and I bought this at the hardware store and just kind of screwed it in and stretched it to the best of my ability.
So we do need
I definitely have to have
dog retention.
Yes,
Dog
and they're
retention.
little, they're French bulldogs, so it doesn't have to be
But you'd
tall.
be open for something a little different than this.
It serves a purpose, but it's not pretty at all. There's nothing pretty about my fence, and I know this.
We might be able to do something, actually move it back to that level.
Yeah, that way we can
in
include this
some
space
way.
better.
Yeah, and that way all
Yeah,
of this
makes
can be
sense.
one thing. So are you up to helping out on this?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm always up for a challenge.
All right,
always.
well, good. And we can enlist some of those family members here?
Absolutely.
When we returned to start work, Gretchen's daughter Sterling and her boyfriend Justin dropped by to help out.
Hey, we need some more help.
Once the patio is clear, we began removing Gretchen's improvised dog fence.
Oh, it's a gate. There you go. I love it. I really admire Gretchen's ingenuity here. I mean, it doesn't get more functional and practical than using a zip tie as a gate latch.
One of the simplest, quickest, and most accurate ways to create a perfectly straight line is with nylon string, which is often sold as mason's line because brick masons use it to get nice straight brick walls. And if you get one on a spool like this, it makes it really easy to get the line off. But how do you get it back on? You have to wind it by hand, and that can lead to tangles. Here's a much better solution. Take a screw and drive it through the end of the plastic housing that the spool's on, and then chuck it into a drill. There you go, just like that. And now you can use the power of the drill to put the line back on the spool. How cool is that? Now I only had like 60 feet of line. This spool holds 225 feet. So imagine if you had 200 feet of line out, how long this would take you to do it by hand. But with the drill, it just takes a few seconds, just like that. But again, the most important part is winding it by hand. You often overload one side or the other of the spool. It falls off, it gets tangled. Then you got a mess, you have to cut it away. But this way, it goes back on the spool neatly every time.
Simple Solutions is brought to you by Type Bond, the pro's advantage.
Coming up, a little too much information.
I'm, pretty sure we can't show that on TV.
Gretchen's old patio is crumbling, so we're helping her create a new outdoor living space by pouring a concrete slab, and that starts with the forms.
And in forming up the slab, we're wanting to make sure that it's nice and level with the existing concrete.
Right.
Just need to see if we're running downhill. Yep,
Is that what you want to do?
yep.
That way the water will run this way. We'll go ahead and let it flow right off
Makes
of there
sense.
like that.
Okay, so it meets at the existing patio, but then it goes just a little bit off level to
Right,
get that water
exactly,
flowing.
yeah.
It's pretty square.
Good. All right, I'll just go ahead and secure this right here then. Let me tell you about the secret of sledgehammering. First of all, you want to hit the stake. Second of all, when you hit it, don't let it bounce. Hold that inertia down. Watch this.
So is this Sledgehammer 101 with Danny?
Oh yeah, I've learned a lot over the years on how to use a sledgehammer, unfortunately. So it's nice to show the younger generation how to use it, and then I don't have to. And then when you get tired, you get Justin to come over here.
That's for sure.
I just
What'd he say?
So poor Justin has a rip in his pants, literally all the way down to his knee.
Shredded my pants.
Wardrobe malfunction.
There's a lot going on over here.
He's just working too hard, I guess.
Call him Mr. Breeze.
So after Justin gets a new pair of pants, we install the final form board and check the depth across the space to ensure that we have enough depth to use the old patio as a foundation and pour the new slab directly over it. Finally, we're ready for reinforcement wire.
The most important person on this job is the one that's going to stand down here on this.
I got my wire standing boots on. I
Y'all
got
roll.
this.
You two girls roll.
All right, let's roll it. I have no idea what this wire is. I'm looking at it, it's this rusted looking big chicken wire thing.
Whatever you do, don't rip your pants.
So I just asked Danny, what are we doing with this wire? And that's when he goes on to explain that it goes in the bottom of the concrete to help for the strength.
Are you going to be able to flip this?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just signed up for standing on the wire. I didn't actually want to touch the wire.
Don't let go of it. I need both eyes.
You unroll it, and then of course it wants to roll back up. So you have to very carefully flip it over, and then you got to smush it down as you're holding it up, which is flattening it out.
We end the day with forms complete. And at the start of day 2, our extra hand John arrives with Gretchen's new fence panels, which need to be stained before installation. The concrete is also here, along with our concrete finisher, Mike Thompson, and his helper, Terry.
I'm so excited. Woohoo! I say to Mike, do you need any help? And he says, do you have any rubber boots? And I say, as a matter of fact, I do.
You know, I walked around the corner and there's Gretchen with rubber boots, with a rake, saying, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right?
She's earning her keep.
Hard to move around, isn't it?
It's heavy, 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 heavy. Raking concrete is so much harder than you would ever imagine. It is pulling and pushing, and then when you step in it, it forms suction cups on your shoes, so you're trying to walk without walking out of your shoes, and it'll wear you out pretty quick. Okay, so now I'm just gonna kind of smooth this like we were doing.
You don't get that every day, do you, Mike?
Nope.
That kind of spirited help.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm so excited.
As the forms fill up, we tap the outside of them to release the air bubbles trapped in the concrete.
50 years ago, this was one of my first jobs I ever did. All summer long, tapping forms, this was the actual hammer I used.
Really?
No, not really.
I was like, wow. So he walks around the whole time. We're out here raking, and Danny's tapping, tapping, tapping. We're raking, tapping, tapping.
Oh, this takes me back.
Finishing the concrete is where Mike's experience really shines. He uses a variety of specially designed tools to progressively smooth the surface as it hardens.
Mike has done a lot of concrete work for me over the years, and he knows how to make it look great. But the real finesse comes out right now, right?
That's right. Yep. Got to have the right tools. We'll get it trialed out. We'll put some edges on it, around the edges, and get it nice and pretty. And then when the perfect time is, we do that light broom you're talking about.
I can probably handle the broom part.
Probably, yeah.
Mike just makes it happen. It's something you can't learn in a book. You just have to learn in life. He knows his craft, absolutely. He knows what he's doing.
So Dan, do you know what this is? No, you don't. They're directions, because I know you don't read them.
Yeah, keep it up, keep it up.
But you know what? When you do need to read the directions, you need good lighting and amplification of your eyes. Ryobi has got us covered, right?
They have a great product. This magnifying light. Look how bright it gets. It's 500 lumen.
This is great.
It also magnifies up to 5 times, so it will definitely improve your ability to see.
This is fantastic. See, I can see all the fine detail. Now, what I like best about it is it's maneuverable, of course, with the arm, and it's heavy enough that if you wanted to keep it on your workbench, you could, or you could just simply turn it around and clamp it anywhere you would like. You know, this is perfect for like reading directions or doing small projects. I actually like to tie my own flies to fly fish, so this is fantastic. I'm gonna have to get one.
This Best New Product segment is brought to you by the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
It's a good thing Mike is still here. Dad's getting a little aggressive with his demolition.
Gretchen's new concrete patio is almost complete. While Mike puts the finishing touches on it, we finish removing her improvised roll fencing.
Oh, it's a cicada shell. Scared the mess out of me. Totally spooked her.
That's not up for bugs.
They're just their shells.
Wow.
Do you remember being a little kid and putting them on your shirt?
No.
Their little feet are like little claws, and I would just hang them on my shirt like my grandmother with her beautiful brooch at church on Sunday. I was that weird kid.
That explains so much, Gretchen. Right. Yes, that is very weird, Gretchen. That is very weird.
You know, this whole thing is pretty set up for these fence panels.
Yeah.
Because once we cut the panels, then we're able to screw them right into the existing columns. And these things are really good quality, so it's gonna look fantastic. It's not gonna take that long. Nice, nice. I know when you were young, you were talking about always wanting one of these, but never got it.
That's pretty awesome.
You wanna try it out later? You want the front or the back?
The front, because I'm in charge.
The picket fence, I'm so just blown away at how gorgeous it is and how much it changed the whole feel of my backyard. I don't know why I never thought of it before. I mean, I am actually in love with it.
So I wanted to figure out what we're gonna do over here. And can't you feel like how much bigger it is already?
Oh my gosh, it just flows
One without
out.
the fence here, and two with the patio.
Yeah.
And it all being the same material.
In the same height and everything.
Yeah.
You just kind of keep on
Feels so
walking.
much bigger.
So much bigger.
So I was thinking that we would get rid of this one and then leave this one as like a bar seating area for your outdoor area.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll clean it up and repaint it.
Okay.
But we need to find a place for the TV. We have a very large TV. So I was thinking here, and maybe even put it on an arm where it could be like flat against the wall and then come out when you want to watch it. So we'll get Dad to help us get this shelf down. Want a hammer?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Nothing.
No? Is it just me, or did they put way too much work into building the shelf?
And I thought they might have been bunk beds.
Yeah.
This over-engineered shelf, Danny's just ripping it down and just hammering and beating it, and little twigs are flying everywhere. He's dangerous.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We got a ding in the patio. Well, it's a good thing Mike is still here. Dad's getting a little aggressive with his demolition.
Oh my gosh. I mean, he got us. We thought he was really going to do that.
Stinker. Look at that. Look at that little glint in his eye. That's what I'm talking about. Little kid up to no good.
That was a close call.
That's not cool, bro. Gretchen's patio furniture needs just a quick spruce up, so I'm setting up her children and a few friends to give it a fresh coat of paint.
I'm very lucky. I have great, wonderful kids. I have great friends, and they were all so excited to come over and help and do whatever they can. It really fills your heart full of joy.
Now that we know where the TV is going to be going, I sure would like to remove one of these columns. It's right smack in the way.
It's not needed. That's going to really make that a lot more inviting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Next, John and I install the last of the fence.
You look like you're pretty proud of yourself there, Dad.
That's the way it works when you got a lot of experience.
Yeah, a lot of experience.
It has nothing to do with it.
At the corner of the carport, we're adding a gate to offer access to the new patio without the need for zip ties.
All right, give it a try.
All right, it's official.
Ta-da!
Ta-da,
All right.
drum roll.
Feels good?
Yes, awesome,
All
awesome.
right, your dogs are going to be impressed.
Yes, they're gonna love it.
To create even more separation between the outdoor living area and the carport, we're hanging curtains to add a little bit of texture, but also Gretchen can close them and hide her car whenever she's hanging out on her new patio.
Even though it was a good size, Gretchen's patio was decades past its prime. The crumbling pavers were more than unattractive, they were downright dangerous. The roll fencing added along the edge to contain the dogs wasn't helping the look of the space either. There was nothing about this outdoor living space that invited you to enjoy the spacious backyard. But now, the new concrete that replaced the old patio is both stable and attractive. Its clean edges clearly define the space, while it flows almost seamlessly into the existing covered area. The new fence suits the yard perfectly, and its location creates the ideal boundary between the carport and the covered patio area. Chelsea's curtains help reinforce that line while they soften the edges and add refinement. What was an overbuilt shelf has become a modest bar top, and the refurbished patio furniture creates plenty of comfortable seating to enjoy the expansive backyard.
I am literally blown away at how beautiful this project has turned out to be. I never would have imagined it would be this gorgeous, this perfect. I'm just blown away. This is a great space now for everybody to utilize. Covered space, uncovered space, seating. It's going to be wonderful for the whole family.
Wow, what a fun family. You can tell they love getting together. They love doing home improvement projects together. And if you're thinking of doing something around your house, do a little research, get the materials, get the family together, have a lot of fun. It's like a family affair, and that's what we do each and every week here with me and Chelsea. Hey, thanks so much for being with us here on Today's Homeowner. Come see us again next week. Pit crew.
Pit crew.
Pedal.
I can't.
What's going on?
Why do I have to launch us? A bicycle built for two.
Pedal. Are you pedaling?
Hope I don't split my pants.
Another circle.
No,
Pedal, pedal,
Why
pedal.
are you going in another
Pedal.
circle?
Just pedal.
Why?
Pedal.
Why are you doing that?
Pedal.
No. My arms hurt. Why do my arms hurt so bad?